Hey everyone, so I am actually going to introduce you guys to another cool tool that we could possibly use during this shutdown. Again, that I was going to train you on after spring break, but it's looking like we need to be a little bit innovative. And this is another presentation that I'm doing for my practicum class. The tool that I'm actually going to teach you guys about today is called Flipgrid. I have seen lots and lots of cool things with this. My students were actually working on a project that was going to be due whenever we came back from spring break, in which they had to integrate a Flipgrid video in. So I actually haven't got to use this as much as I'd like in my own classroom, but I hope that whenever we all come back and even into next year, you guys can actually figure out a way to integrate it into your own classrooms. So what is Flipgrid? I think as the tables turn just a little bit in regards to technology, I know that for my practicum class, of course, you guys have seen that I've had to be comfortable with presenting, to a computer, but that's also throughout my whole master's. So I think that our students need to be prepared because this is what learning is shifting to. Flipgrid is actually an online discussion forum in which we can actually see our kids. So I could post a video and they could respond to it, and I get to check in with them. And rather than just writing down a response on a piece of paper, I can actually see and hear each individual student. I tried this for the first time the last couple days. I made a video the other night and then sent it out to my kids today. And I want to say, it really just kind of made me smile getting to see their faces, especially when we haven't seen them in a while, and getting to check in and hear each of them and hear how this quarantine is going for them. So I'll get to that in just a second, but here's some things that this can do. Now, basically, you guys know I'd be presenting this in front of you, but because I'm going to be going back and forth, I just have this in the mode where I edited the Google Slides, and then I'll go back and forth between actually showing you how to use Flipgrid. Okay, so getting started, you guys are going to go to flipgrid.com. Whoops, sorry. And this is what it's going to look like. Now then, because we're all using Microsoft, I would say just to log in using your Microsoft. Okay, and then you can build your classes. So here's your algebra. I think our classroom actually comes on it. Here's my algebra class. Here's my 8th grade class, and then I'm gonna use this for you guys here in just a little bit. Okay, so use school email or Microsoft. Whoops, sorry, I keep doing that. And then create a flip code. You can use the one they suggest, or you can try creating your own. Now then, I think that I just left mine as well. I created this one, but I just left this one as what it was. So either way, up to you. Don't make things harder, but if you want to spend the time to change your code, go ahead. So here's some things that you can do for a topic. So a topic is actually going to be where you guys have things to discuss. So this is going to be like, here's within my algebra class, here's the topic. So here was one that I was going to have them do whenever we came back from spring break. And then this is the one that I posted for them to actually update me so that I could see their little faces. Your topics, and I have a list of things for each subject, but your topics could be a wide variety of things. How I would use it in the math classroom is I would have kids reflect on how to do a certain process and actually teach it. That way I can hear their thought process on it. So I'm going to show you guys how to build a new topic, and I'm going to do that within the staff grid that I told you that we were going to use later. So here's my Texaco staff. I've already created this, and I'm going to go ahead and go to add new topic. And I'm going to say, this is just, let's call it staff ideas. Okay, here's where you're going to change your recording time. Maximum 5 minutes. I would say select that because you could always go under it, but you can't go over. You can put a question here. So my question would be, how could you use this tool in your classrooms? Now, the cool thing right here, this focus, this is where and on the COVID one, and I'll show you in just a second, I actually recorded a video for my kids so that they could see me and see me talking to a computer. So if you went to record video, you know, here I am. So I would record the video here. It also has a whiteboard feature, which is kind of hard to write on, but it does have that. Stickers, text, all of that. You can already see that your kids are going to get a little bit crazy because mine did whenever I posted this topic earlier. So you could go to record a video though and post a deal there. So with the COVID thing, I told them what I did last week on my quarantine. I could give them an example here, something like that, to where they know what's expected. Okay. And then we're going to go to create topic. Okay, now then here's where teams could come into play. So with my 8th graders, this is exactly what I did earlier. I just said share to teams. And my algebra kids, share to channel. So like if this was for staff, I could honestly type in, I think she has it as Texaco. I could share it to this Texaco high school, blah, blah, blah. But I could also do that for my students. So with them earlier, I just typed in like 8th grade, and I put it on the COVID review. Okay, so there's a way that you can directly put it into your team. And here's where I posted it earlier, and it posts directly to your Microsoft Teams. Okay. So now we've seen how to share a topic, and then your students would just record a response, and this would actually be how you guys record your response as well. The green button records responses, and literally they would just respond within a video. If you're using this for the first time, and it's kind of hard to teach kids whenever we are doing it online. I was trying to text my kids how to use this today. My algebra kids hadn't used it yet, and they were trying to text me their responses to my video whenever really I wanted them to respond with another video so that I could see their faces. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this screencast since I've already gone through adding a new topic. I'll go through the changes on the settings in just a second. I just don't want to run out of time on the screen recorder.